Hey YouTube, I just wanted to share my thoughts on the FA considering to sell Wembley, the home of football. Not just the home of England football, but the home of football, full stop. If the FA does sell it, then they'll definitely be selling a part of the English people's identity. And why would you want to sell off one of the single most iconic landmarks in England? Some people would say. I don't get it with British companies. You have all these big companies like car manufacturers and clothing brands, the lottery. We just decide to sell them off, all to foreign owners. But the thing is, the fact of the matter is, if you was actually keep hold of them for a few years, you'd actually get your money back. It wouldn't actually take that long to get back what you've been paid. So I don't see the point in selling off all the time. But they've obviously thinking about selling it off, and it's all about the here and now, the same as everything, same as the government, you could say, and the same as all the business owners. It's all about the here and now rather than long term. But I've heard all this talk about if they do sell Wembley, they could invest into grassroots and put some of the money back into that. Well, we'd be very lucky if they invest £100 million back into grassroots football. When the money's gone, it's gone. So in 10 years' time, when the money's all dried up, we're going to be in a worse position than we're in now, because we're going to have just as much money, you could say, now to give back to grassroots football, but we'll be without a home. So I can't really see the problem, I can't really see the pros of selling it, because grassroots football, it's in a bit of a state at the minute, but they're not investing a great amount of money into it. So then, yes, if they do sell Wembley, they can invest a little bit of money into it. But like I say, when it's gone, it's gone. You're going to be in just as bad position as you're in now, if not worse, because then they'd have even less money to invest into grassroots football, because then they won't own Wembley, so therefore they won't be able to have, obviously, gate revenue for England games, for the NFL games, for concerts. They won't get all that, so they won't be able to invest that into grassroots football. And not only that, then obviously England will be without a proper home. So then you're definitely in a worse situation than you are now. So yeah, just keep hold of it, I say. What I don't understand is the taxpayer pretty much pays for the Olympic Stadium so that West Ham can play there. But then, why not stop that? Why not make the taxpayer pay a little bit for Wembley? I'm sure people would rather pay for that than the Olympic Stadium, the home of England football. If the FA do keep Wembley, in 5 or 6 years they'd have it paid off. They'd be pretty much laughing. Then they'd have no debt. And with the regeneration of the area, it's only bringing in a lot of visitors, and it's only going to see a lot more in future years, because it's been regenerated in recent years, and it will continue to do so. Wembley hosts NFL games, concerts, like I say. It's all revenue that we get, that can be invested into grassroots. And if they sell that, they'll basically be selling the right to that money, really, because then it would be going to someone else. If they want to have NFL games there or concerts, then they'd be the ones making the money. So yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It's going to have a knock-on effect. Obviously, the less revenue the FA take, clearly the less that gets handed down to grassroots football. It's just a knock-on effect, isn't it, really? And to sell the home of football so that someone can have an American football team there, that's just absolutely ridiculous. How you can sell the home of football to let an American football team take over. It's a bit of a mockery, really. That's all I have to say on it, really. The FA have to buck their ideas up, maybe. Just hold out for another 5 or 6 years, pay it off, and then they've got all that revenue coming in, and then they can invest big into grassroots football. No point in selling it off now. Yes, they will initially have money to invest. In 5-10 years' time, that money would have all dried up, and then, like I say, we'll be in the same position we're in now. So, well, thanks for listening, YouTube.